Yeah, hello, good morning, family. How you all doing? Yeah, Lawrence here, coming your way every Saturday morning, as I do every Saturday. Saturdays are normally for my girls. Yeah, currently I have brought them for tennis lessons, as you can see behind me. That is the tennis court right there. So obviously it's gotten a bit cold, so you've got a winter month. So yeah, that's the tennis court, and that's the car park around here. So yeah, I posed a question on my page this morning, and I want to discuss it with my followers, my friends and my colleagues. Growing up in Africa, normally we are made to believe, or we are normally conscientized, that we have to go and gain a university education. We have to get university education. So I posed a question on my page this morning asking whether I'm going to be going through a tunnel, so it's probably going to get a bit darker. Please bear with me. Yeah, it's going to get a bit darker. Yeah, so I posed a question on my page this morning, asking a question to my followers. And the question I asked is, if you look back on yourself, on your younger self, what sort of advice are you going to give your younger self? If you are advising your younger self, or you are advising a younger brother or a sister, what sort of advice are you going to give them? Are you going to advise them to go and get a university education, or are you going to advise them to start a vocational training, or maybe do a skilled job? What sort of advice are you going to be giving them? Obviously, coming from Africa, and my dad being an educationist and also being an accountant, most of the time he told us what he wanted us to become when we grow up. I remember one day he called all of us, all of my siblings, 7 of us, and basically told us that you are very good at maths, so I want you to become a mathematician, a lecturer or a teacher in maths, either at the university, a lecturer, or maybe a secondary school teacher in maths. He called another one, I want you to be a nurse. He called another one, I want you to be a doctor, I want you to be this. It got to my turn, and he said, I'm very good with accounting or with business. So he wanted me to take basically after him. He wanted me to become an auditor or an accountant, just like he was an auditor working for the Ghana Auditing Service. So for me, as I was growing up, that was always at the back of my mind. I wanted to finish my education, to go to uni, and obviously get a job, become an accountant, to become an auditor, and obviously work for someone, or probably set up my own firm, and after that obviously retire. But what changed my mentality, or what changed my mind or my focus entirely, was when I had the opportunity to be able to travel abroad. That expanded and opened up my horizon. It opened up my horizon because I realized that when I got here, I had already gotten a university degree from Ghana. So that qualification that I had was not recognized over here, was not good enough, because I had to do a lot of short courses. I had to do additional type of training for me to be able to gain the required experience to be able to fit myself into the British working system. And that was the only way for me to be able to make something meaningful for myself. Even though I had already completed my university degree, I was asked to sit for an English test, an English proficiency test. So those are the type of skills that the Western world, they require. But back home, our system of education, or our type of teaching, pedagogy, or what do you call it, teaching skills, is all based most of the time on chew and pour. Obviously during my time anyway, I don't know about the system now, whether anything has probably changed. Let's say about 20-25 years ago, when I was a student and I was going through the system in Ghana. So it is very, very difficult. So my question again, if you are advising your younger self, thanks very much for all those who are watching. Kwabna, Opon, Ado, Charlie, Akinton, thanks very much for watching. You can bring your comments. You can bring, you can like the video for us. You can share the video for us, so we'll be able to reach out to a lot of people. Thanks very much for doing that. So my question again, if you are looking back on your younger self, let's say 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, or whatever, how old are you? Back in Ghana or wherever you used to be, let's say about 20 years ago, will you advise yourself, your younger self, to go to university or to gain a college education? Or will you advise your younger self to get a vocational skill? So my experience that I had, I was talking about, is when I got here, I enlisted in the British Army. And during my enlistment in the British Army, that was where a lot of things changed for me. I was offered a role to become a Royal Electrical and Mechanical Engineer. So basically, simply called a mechanic or a fitter, or to become a bricklayer, to become an electrician, to become a carpenter, to become a plumber. And guess what? I rejected all these roles because I thought to myself, I said to myself, I was too good because I had a university degree to be able to do these courses. Because I thought to myself I was too good to be able to do these courses because I had a university degree. Because I set my mind, or I had at the back of my mind, that back home in Ghana, people who go into these types of trade, i.e. becoming a plumber, becoming a bricklayer, becoming an electrician, becoming a draftsman, most of these people, excuse me to say, are the ones who do not perform very well at the secondary school level education. So hence, because they couldn't probably gain an admission into the university of their choice, then they decide that they want to go to technical institutions. They want to go to technical institutions. So I said to myself, I wasn't going to do that. But after about my 5th year, my 6th and the 7th year in the British Army, and obviously living in the UK, I realized that I had made a massive mistake. I had made a big mistake. And I regretted at that particular time, because I should have taken up those particular courses, that opportunity that was granted to me at the time, for me to become either a plumber, for me to become a mechanic, or for me to become an electrician or even a carpenter. Because in the UK, those are the types of trade, the skilled labor that is helping to grow and to develop the country. And some of these people in these trades are earning in the upwards of up to £75,000 and £80,000 a year. Can you believe that? And these are the type of skills, also these are the type of trades that we don't respect as Ghanaians. We don't respect back home. But again, these trades or these types of jobs or careers that we don't respect, these are the same people or the same specialists who will be able to help us along our journey to industrialization, along the journey to growth. So most of the time you cast your mind, as Jonas will probably say, glass and kwa and all of that. Obviously comparing the Western world, obviously, to where we come from, to Ghana or to any other part of Africa. So glass and kwa, when you talk about all these things, who are the specialists who are constructing or building these skyscrapers? They are not lecturers, they are not lawyers, yeah, they are not accountants, and they are not definitely politicians. These are skilled and qualified trades who are doing specialist work, who are bringing their experiences to bear for the country to be able to develop and for this growth to be able to experience in the Western world. But for us as a country, these are also the type of trades or the types of professions or career that we don't respect in our country. So if we don't respect, we don't put any, we don't regard it as a trade for our kids to get into, how are we going to develop as a country? How are we going to develop as a country? In my subsequent videos, I'm going to be talking about how much all these trades are earning, and people who are interested, obviously, who wanting to go into this trade. If you are probably already in the UK, if you are outside the UK, then obviously you might need to get to the UK first before you can start looking into it. But if you're already in the UK or any part of Europe and you want to look into becoming any of these trades, either a carpenter, either a plumber, electrician, you want to become a draftsman, you want to be doing any even excavator driver, you want to become a crane operator, you want to do all these specialist jobs. That is the sector, the industry that I work in. I am a company director working for a construction firm, so I've got a number of experiences, I've got a lot of skills within this particular area. So in my subsequent videos, what I'm going to be talking about is what type of short courses that you can do if you are already in the UK, or if you are thinking about obviously relocating to the UK. Yeah, obviously you need to have a working visa or a resident permit or probably a British citizenship before you'll be able to do that. So I'm going to be talking in my subsequent videos what type of skills, what type of qualifications, what type of courses that you need to do. These are very short courses. Some of them are even MVQs. Yeah, it's probably about 2-3 week or maybe maximum 6 weeks course. Maybe carpentry is probably the longest one, or electrician, probably about 6 months course that you need to do to be able to get access, all the training. And these are practical skills, on the job skills that you get given. So once obviously you finished your training and you go onto, you are employed on your construction site, you just hit the ground running. That's what the British system need. The British system, what I've also realized, that it doesn't place a lot of emphasis on the bigger qualifications that you've got. Don't get me wrong, obviously I've got a PhD, so it's good, and I did a PhD just for my personal gratification or self-aggrandizement, if you like. So I did the PhD because I just wanted to challenge myself, because I knew I could do it. So the challenge was there, so I wanted to challenge myself to be able to get a PhD. So I'm not saying that having degree qualification or having a higher foundation or a master's degree or a PhD is wrong. Don't get me wrong, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that as a country, especially back home in Ghana, where we place a lot of emphasis on the arts, i.e. people becoming land economics, people becoming a lawyer, where we place a lot of emphasis. You look around, all our politicians, most of our politicians, probably if not all of them, about 80 to 90% of them, these are all lawyers. And what do? They are always litigation, they are always in the court, dragging people here, dragging people there. It's good if you've got a background in law, but again, these other types of specialist or engineering courses, these are the ones, the skilled trade, skilled labor. These are the type of courses that are going to help us as a country, for us to be able to develop, So as I said earlier on, in my subsequent videos, I'm going to be talking about if you want to become a carpenter, you want to become what we normally call a mason, you want to become a bricklayer, you want to become a scaffolder, a crane operator, you want to be an excavator operator, you want to look into becoming a commercial manager or a surveyor, quantity surveyor, whichever trade that you are looking into do. Marvin, Bisu, thanks very much for watching. Gloria, yeah, I really appreciate you. Love you, sister. God richly bless you. I haven't still forgotten, we need to have our meeting, we need to have our chat. Yeah, Gloria. So please, I called you the last time on WhatsApp, and yeah, I don't think I saw your response. I didn't get any response from you. Please respond to me. Let's catch up soon. Okay, yeah. So in my subsequent videos, I'm going to be doing a lot of videos talking about the type of courses that you need to do. These are very short courses. The type of certification that you need. If you're already in the UK or you're thinking about coming into the UK, as I said, you need to have a working permit first. And family, please don't contact me about how can I get a visa. I'm not a connection man. So please, I normally get a lot of people when I do such videos contacting me about, how can I get to the UK? How can I come to the UK? I'm not a connection man. So unfortunately, I will not be able to help you in that particular respect. But these are the type of skills so that we need as a country for us to be able to develop. If you've got such skills and you are in the Western world, you are going to be making a big time, especially if you are in the UK. If you are a plumber, you will be laughing at the end of every month. You could be working for someone, and you could also be self-employed. Mary Amayamwa, I think you're asking about what are the requirements. It depends on which type of role that you want to go into. It depends on which type of role that you want to go into. So if you let me know, you can contact me, send me a DM. Yeah, if you send me a DM, which type of role. So if you want to become a crane driver, there's a different type of skills that you need to acquire. If you want to become, let's say, a scaffolder, there's different type of skills that you need to acquire. If you want to become a plumber, or you want to become an electrician, or you become a carpenter or a bricklayer, these are all different type of skills. There are also apprenticeship schemes that you can get into. So my fellow Ghanaians, if you are already here in the UK, do not lose out on this opportunity. Do not lose out on this opportunity. Yeah, Mary, if you can probably send me a DM about the specific requirements that you require, and also let me know for which type of role or which type of job. I can send you a link, or I can send you some websites that you can look onto and review it, and that will tell you exactly what type of qualifications, what type of skills that you need for you to be able to do these type of specific jobs. Obviously, I cannot come here giving this information without talking about my online or my digital business. So family, if you are looking into having a side hustle, as I mentioned earlier on, I am a company director. I work in the construction industry, but I've also got a side hustle doing an online business. So within our online business, we help to teach you how to be able to use or leverage social media attractions strategies to be able to make additional income to support yourself and to support your family. So in addition to working as a full-time company director in the construction industry, I also do online business as my part-time. You don't need to spend 8 to 9 hours as you do in your normal job. All you need is between 1 to 2 hours on the side that you can do. And obviously on the weekends, if you want to allocate more time to it, then you can do just that as well. So if you want to start, you want to have the ability to be able to make extra income working online, then yeah, contact me. We have the right product mix. We have the right automated services that works in the background for you, so you don't have to continue doing the back-breaking obviously activities or the operations that we do on a day-to-day. We need to plan for ourselves, for our retirement. We also need to strategize and plan for the future of our kids. I didn't have a very great childhood when I was growing up. I didn't easily get everything that I needed, but by the grace of God, He granted my dad and my mom the ability to be able to take care of all my 7 siblings, including myself, and all of us are doing well at this particular time, I would say, by the grace of God. But all thanks to God. But if you need to do something extra, you need to work extra on the side, make some additional money to be able to support yourself and support your family, to be able to, if you've got any projects that you're delivering back home in Ghana, for you to be able to do that, then family, you will want to contact me, and I will be able to support you to do just that, so you can support yourself and you can support your family and your loved ones. Yeah, so my website, I have posted it as part of this video, is for my online business, is www.lawrenceamwa.com. www.lawrenceamwa.com. visit my website, enter your name, enter your email address, then it will take you to a page where you can watch a webinar or a complimentary video. Watch that video, and after that, pick my mobile number. Pick my mobile number. It's also my WhatsApp number. It's 075-810-29109. When I joined this business about 5-6 months ago, there were 124,000 of us doing it. As I speak to you, there are 131,000 people in this online community. So people are realizing more income. They are getting the cash that they need for them to be able to grow, develop themselves, and to be able to support their families and loved ones. So if you are a dad, if you are a mom, you are a stay-at-home dad, stay-at-home mom, you are in between jobs or you are looking for jobs, this is a business, family. So there is a bit of an initial investment that you need to put in as an investment. So yeah, you should be prepared to be able to invest a bit of money into it. And once if this has piqued your interest, contact me and I will be able to support you. I will be your mentor and I will guide you to be able to set up this online business and become very successful. I can't wait to see you all. I've got to go to do quick shopping. My daughter is at tennis lesson, so yeah, I need to finish this quickly. Do actually in the car park now. Finish my shopping, then obviously go and pick my daughter up. The weekends are normally for the kids. Yeah, I spend a lot of time with them. Go for tennis lessons, go for swimming lessons. Then after that, they need to go for a bit of tuition. Then I spend a lot of time, obviously. Now that the weather is getting a bit worse, it's getting a bit colder, then most of the time we'll probably stay indoors, catch up and watch some Netflix movies or series for us, yeah, just to be able to bond as a family. If you are someone who is unable to make time for your kids, for your family, then obviously starting an online business will help you to be able to realize that additional income so you can be there. Some of us are running around, the mom is doing day shift, the father or the dad is doing night shift, so they hardly even meet on a day-to-day basis. But if you want to be able to have time for yourself, spend time as a family, then you want to look into having an additional stream of income, a side hustle. Guys, I can't wait to speak to you all. Take care and God richly bless you. Have a wonderful weekend and I will speak to you all soon. Contact me. Pick up my mobile number, my WhatsApp number. This business can be done from any part of the world. If you are in the UK, you are in any other part of Europe, you are in Ghana, you are in the US, you are in Canada, you can run this business just like 131,000 other members who are benefiting or profiting from this business. I love you. Take care and God bless you. Bye for now. Peace.